Hi guys, Liz here, and today I'm going to show you how I do the makeup for Eric Slingby. He is from the Black Butler musical, 2, The Most Beautiful Death in the World. And before I go into detail about his character as a whole, it's best to know you're just going to have to watch the videos, so the links for that will be in the bottom. He's one of my favorite characters and one of the hardest I've ever cosplayed, for a few reasons. I had to personally get over the fact that if I was going to cosplay him and cosplay him correctly, I would have to wear a very detailed wig for my level of skill, and he has facial hair. He has a beautiful goatee that I love. But considering I have never cosplayed male characters in that extent before, it was definitely something I had to get over. And I'm glad I did. He's a lot of fun and I'm so glad I get to show you guys today. So to get started, you're going to need a few basic makeup things. A face moisturizer, a base or shine killer, foundation, and a lip primer. For the actual look itself, I go ahead and use Wet n Wild's the Nude Truth palette. So I have the brown and the blonde, but you could use anything brown and blonde, an eyeliner pencil, and a sharpener for the pencil. For the final step, I need an eyeshadow palette, so I have the neutral tone, a nude blush, concealer if you need it, dark circle concealer, and then a finishing spray to hold the look all together. You can use whatever of these products that you feel most comfortable with. You don't have to use the brands that I've used, but you're going to need the colors that I have shown, the nudes and the blonde and the black, or the brown. To save time, I've already gone ahead and put my hair up in my wig cap. You want to keep it in the wig cap until you are actually done with the cosplay in general, so if we keep that up, make sure it's securely placed. Mine's not, just for the sake of this video today, but in future I always like pin it and make it secure. My bangs here will be straightened, like my whole hair will be straightened, and it'll be easier to get in the cap. It'll also be shorter. And then I put my contacts in. You notice I have green contacts in for the cosplay because he has green eyes. I've gone ahead and done that. Make sure you wash your hands first before you put them in, and make sure you have your makeup off before you put them in so you don't get anything in your eyes. Keep your eyes safe, that's important. So once that's done, I've already gone ahead too and put on my foundation. So I have all of that taken care of to save time to show you guys the most important steps. But to do the foundation, I first use Clean and Clear. I break out very easily with makeup, so this helps keep the breakouts to a minimum and then keeps my face moist so the makeup doesn't dry it out. Then I use Shine Killer. This isn't a required step, this is a personal step. It takes some of the shine out of your photos when you go to do photo shoots or if you're in the sun for long periods of time. It keeps your face looking fresh and shine free. Everybody's different though, so you might have to reapply or use different things. These are just what I use. And then here, I use foundation. I use a cream foundation. This one is called Nude by NYX. I actually like NYX products a lot. I use most of them for all of my cosplays. Eric's will use a few different brands, but I use NYX for a lot of the base coating and for a lot of other cosplays as well. They're a great product and they have many design styles like the foundations and eyeshadows, all of that good stuff. I highly recommend checking them out, and they're cheaper, which is always good if you're on a budget. But I put that on last, and I use the blending brush to get that in here, and I just kind of put it in, and then we're good to go. So now to get to the fun stuff, I hope you're ready. The first thing you're gonna wanna do is pick up your Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette. I like this one. This is the Nude Truth. It has the brown that we're going to use, and it has the blonde. So this is actually for the entire eye. That's why there's the base and the eyelids and all that fun stuff. But we're not obviously going to use it for our eyes, we're going to use it for our chin. So you're going to open that up, grab the brush, and grab some of the top color here. It'll have the words base written in it. Get your nice little makeup on there. And Eric's chin is not covered in hair. So you're just going to follow the center line of your chin and go outward, and as you go closer to your jawline mark, you're going to let it fade out a little, so it's not going to be as thick as on the ends as it is in the center and off to the sides here. So we're going to just go straight down. Okay. And off to the side. Now we're doing this because Eric has blonde hair and his right side is braided and put up, and then dyed black. So predominantly his hair is blonde. So you want to go with a nice light undertone to stop the fact that it's going to be too dark if you don't do it otherwise. Though this is hard to see. Okay, so you can do that. If you want, you can even take it a little a little underneath your chin. Not much though, just enough so if you lift your chin, it doesn't look like it just kind of dies off. There you go. And again, if you find out you've gone too far or maybe put too much on, they make makeup removers. They're your lifesavers. Just make sure if you take anything off, put it back on. So if you use a makeup remover and you take off a lot of makeup, you're going to want to re-add foundation and such. So I've gone ahead and I've done the outline. It's really hard to see because again it is a blonde color and it's a base eyeshadow color. But I've gone ahead and made the center line and I've gone off the patches. This is going to be a lot easier to see when I add the black to it. But it goes to where my scowl lines marks are. So I just kind of end it here and then I have just a little bit underneath my chin. And you can kind of see it here. You can kind of see it off to the side. Then when you're done, you want to go ahead and take the brown color off your palette, put the brush in there, and you're going to just follow the markings that you've made. And then again, remember, it's going to die off on the end. So you don't want it as dark on the ends as you do want it in the middle. Eric as a character also takes pride in his look, so you don't want things to be uneven. If you're going to do something to one side, you want to do it to the other. So if you add a lot of color to one side, add a lot of color to the next. That's fine. But he doesn't look unshaven, he definitely takes pride in his appearance, so you want to make sure that you capture that in the styling that you do. If you add too much, just pour some onto the palette here and then go over it. Okay, and then just here a little. Okay. Here we go. See? So pretty. Just add a little lighter than I really like it. That's better. I mean, how light and how dark you go is up to you. You can find out that maybe the picture you're using shows him with very little hair, maybe with more hair. Maybe you want to go for a darker look, or maybe you really don't want to go for a darker look. Your face could maybe even give a complexion that'll make it look really weird if you go too dark or too light. So you want to base it off your preferences and your facial structure. Alrighty, so the first step is done. The next is just you want to give your face a little bit of color, but remember you're cosplaying a male character, so you don't want bright, sparkly colors. Some characters it deserves. Eric is not a shiny character, so you want to use subtle tones and new tones just to give your face some light, but not to give feminine looks to the character. So what I'm going to do is, first I'm going to just take some concealer for dark circles, and I'm going to just put a little on my finger, close my eye, and just rub this all underneath and blend this in. This is so my eyes don't look all puffy and dark. Okay, and the other eye. Alright, cool. Okay, and then you want to take, if you need any spots that you feel need concealing, maybe here, for me this is my trouble area, I'm gonna add a little concealer here. But that's up to you. That's up to if you want. If you want to give a more rugged look, you might like some of the markings that you've made. One of the last things I do is I take a nude blush. And I use a nude blush just to give my face some color. I don't use it for any other reason. Put some blush on there and just kind of really put it over your cheeks. If you want, you can put it over your face just to give, again, your face a little bit of color. Not a girly color, just I have life in me color. Okay. Just put it all over. Alrighty. And then you don't want to use mascara because Eric doesn't need mascara. If you have very thin eyelashes, you might feel you need something, and that's again a personal preference for you. I have very full eyelashes and very long eyelashes, so adding mascara to make them bigger or wider, I'm sorry, wider is not the word, to make them look fuller is stupid for me because I don't need them. They're fine the way they are. If anything, you might want to add something to your eyebrows if they're really dark or if they're really light. Again, I have a nice shade that'll actually look really well once I put the wig on, so I don't really need it. If anything, I might want to add a little more blush under my eyes because as much as I love that dark circle concealer, it brings out a depth in my bone structure and it gives me a very hollowed out look, and I'm not crazy about it. But again, I will have glasses on after this, or sunglasses, so you won't see it, but for this, I'm looking at myself and I don't like it. So there you go. And then if you want, you can add eyeshadow. You can add a very pale color. A very neutral color is good. I have, so if you want to go ahead, you want to use just a nude color, so we'll use this light orange one. So we're going to just take the eyeshadow palette, open that up, put it on our brush, and just lightly go on our eye with it. See how it just kind of blends in with our skin? We don't really want anything we don't want anything that'll stand out. You just want to enhance the features that you've got already. So we'll just do that. See how it just brings life to your eyes? Just little differences. I feel like I feel like foundation really pales you out. So you're gonna want something. And that's why I maybe go with a little extra step and put the blush, or like this, the eyeshadow. Okay. Alrighty. Now, before you walk away and you go to put on your wig and show the world your beautiful look, you're going to want to do one final major step that I learned about the hard way. And that is finishing your look with finishing spray or finishing powder. And all you do is just do a few spritz, facing yourself. And you let it dry. It's just a water base, but again, you don't want to get it in your eyes. Let it dry, and you're good to go. Pop the wig on. Make any changes that are needed. Okay. If you want more information on how I do any part of this cosplay, any steps that you need repeating, or have any questions, comments, or concerns in general, leave comments below. If you want to know how I styled this bad boy and what I used to style it, the wig that it is, the coloring that I used, so forth and so on, leave comments in the bottom, and if enough people want to hear about it, I'll make a video on that, because that was a product in itself. If you want information on the cosplay, little details that are needed, earrings, jewelry, whatnot. If you want to know how I made the weapon, leave comments in below and I'll make a video on that as well. Also, I used a makeup, straight up makeup. There's another way to do a male look, and that is with grease paint. If you want to see a video on how to do that style, go check out Parley Productions and Jack's video. I will leave a link below for you guys to check that out. That is using the Ben Nye grease paint. I don't use it, I'm allergic to it, I break out really badly, so I don't like to use it as much as possible. But it is a great method, and he is a great cosplayer and does amazing male looks. I want to learn from him in the worst way possible. So, Again, if you want to check out how to do that, the link for that is in the bottom. I hope you guys learned a lot and had a lot of fun, because I know I sure did. And I will see you guys next week. Till later.